Hi boys and girls, it's Nick here from Spartan Trader FX. I'm going to do an update on my bounce trade from yesterday, the Euro Australian dollar, or 2 days ago. So what happened? Price broke our trend line. Remember, I was bouncing on major support coming actually from the weekly chart down here, horizontal support, and we also got our first green candle in making on the daily chart that kept me in the trade at first. So the target was to take advantage of a possible bigger retracement back to our resistance line. So because the markets are a little bit funny lately, and the main trends are very strong, so right now the price does not want to follow through, so you have to manage a trade. And what I do, or what I did actually, you can see this 4-hourly chart here. The price broke the 36 EMA, and what we expected actually is for the price to create on the 1-hourly, 4-hourly chart a higher, after that higher high, higher low, okay, also on the 1-hourly, and then ideally slowly a retracement back to resistance. So this didn't happen, and we watch closely. First of all, you draw another line. Yeah, remember, a powerful line, especially on the 4-hourly and daily chart, is a line where we have at least 3 and more touches. So we connect those, extend the line, and if you extend it between the bodies and the tails, what happens? The price is ending up exactly in this area, right? So between here and here, which of course is major resistance on this time frame. Why? Because we have 3 touches, and it is a downtrend, a down move on all higher time frames, so that makes a possible bounce here powerful. And that's what happened actually. Price hit that line, moved lower. So I was focusing on a bigger retracement and did not take a short bounce, which of course you could say, hey, why not? That's the rules. It is, but my main focus was a bigger retracement here, and I wanted to see the price retracing back up. That's what I had in mind. This didn't happen, and if that does not happen, then you have to manage your trade. So on the 1-hourly chart, you can see price already had some issues here. It spiked and it couldn't move higher. So that's the first sign, but that happened overnight. I couldn't see that. When I woke up in the morning, I had my support line, a tiny one, after this higher highs and higher lows here, small ones here, sorry, higher lows, not higher highs yet. So the extension was here, and we said if that is bouncing here and move higher, then that's exactly what we're looking for. But the price actually broke that area. We got a crossover to the downside, and what happened when it moved down and it crossed, it broke the 36 quickly, I got rid of more positions. I split the positions into several parts. I'll show you later on. And then what happened? Price broke also that line. It retraced and it didn't go back up. So when that happened and price moved lower again, I manually got rid of all the positions I had from down here. So with about 30 and 40 pips, I closed the rest. And then I reversed the trade. So this is something very aggressive, and I do that sometimes if it makes sense, because the main trend was down and the price was volatile. It couldn't move up, only one green candle. So I said, okay, I'll try it out, and if the price is reaching this line, I do that only with a smaller lot, and if the price moves down, I'll figure out what to do next. So what happened here to the price? I had only a stop over this trend line and over the highest point here, which is kind of a tiny 1, 2, 3, not really, it's just a retracement candle of about 30 pips. And when the price moved lower, it already reached the 30 pips, and I have major support in this area. So what I should do here right now is taking out something to make sure this gives me more profits in case it's bouncing back and starting to range in this kind of wedge. Okay, so ideally now that we are that I'm rid of all the longs I had to manage. So right now I have a short, and I have to do something about that. And what I will do is, in order to make this at least a break-even trade, I go back to here, and I will close 0.70, about half of the trade, and I close it right now. And what happens, even if the price goes back and hits my stop, it's more or less break even, a few profits, okay? But if it moves lower, okay, then I have still something running and I can make a little bit more out of this. Yeah, that's about it. So the account history, again, what I did here, I wanted to show you. I took out most parts of the long trade, and when it moved lower and retraced back, I also got rid of the remaining positions. I had to hedge up one position just to make sure, because I couldn't watch live at that moment, and then one got stopped out and the other part I took out manually. So it's kind of break even, and when it moved lower I got into this short, and that's it. So all in all, it was a good trade, split into multiple positions, but now we have to reverse. I had to reverse aggressively, and aggressively because it's really close to support, and there was no clean signal. This is not a 1 to 3 or something like that. Okay, that was just an aggressive reversal after seeing the price failing to move higher on support. Okay, and that is something, it's a little bit advanced, I would say, and I wouldn't do it if you don't have the experience. I just want to share it with you so you kind of have it in the back of your mind. Okay, so if you look at the daily chart, on the 4 hourly, what we want to see is the price creating a lower low on the chart, so we can stay in, or I can stay in with this last position here. I will update you on this one. Also, don't forget we have NFP on Friday. You want to look closely, watch closely. The euro US dollar is dropping since forever. We have already some candles that are closing higher. We might get a retracement back, or maybe price will move lower. So if you don't trade today and tomorrow, on Friday wait for clean signal after NFP announcement. Okay, GBP US dollar again moved lower, so this is really going down. Focus on the main trends for now. Everybody please focus on the main trends, which are still on those pairs short, right? Don't try to make 10-15 pips against the main trend if you don't have any signals, or don't be too aggressive unless you have, of course, a lot of experience. Okay, that's it for today. See you soon. Have a wonderful day, and like always, happy and healthy trading. Bye.